Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Harold Games, and welcome to the start of a new series, a new Imperialism series, and it is the NCAA Football Conference Imperialism series. For each episode, we will visit a different conference with all the new realignments and additions for the next season and the two seasons. We're going to be taking a look at all the new additions, and we are going to be implementing them in Imperialism and seeing how it will go. For this first episode, we will be doing the Big Ten Conference, which is now the Big 18. So the new teams that have been added are Washington, Oregon, UCLA, and USC. If you don't know who or when they were, or this is the statement that they were added after the departure of Utah, Arizona, and Arizona State to the Big 12. It was announced on Friday, which not this Friday. August 8th was when this article was written by the wonderful Inside NU program. That Washington and Oregon would be joining the Big Ten along with USC and UCLA additions earlier in the year. And these are the current. If you get rid of the West Coast, this group right here is your current Big Ten teams, which you're now to the Big 18. But for this Imperialism, it's going to work slightly different to normal Imperialism videos. The only way you can gain land is if you're the attacking team and you win your game. If you're the defending team and you win your game, you don't gain land, but you don't lose your land. If you're a team like Oregon, you spin to the right. Free open land, you'll just take it, and we will go until either one team is remaining or all the land is filled, meaning two teams could not face each other until the end, and the land will be filled. The only way to capture Hawaii and Alaska is if, let's say any of these West Coast teams get, probably not USC, but Washington or Oregon, if they get west or northwest, they will capture Hawaii. If Alaska, if UCLA and USC go southwest, they will capture Hawaii, and then we will just go along with that. So if you don't know how Imperialism works, we spin the wheel. Whatever team it lands on, you'll find them on the map. So if you don't know college football teams, we'll find them on the map for you. Pointed out, and then what we will do is we will spin the arrow, and whatever that arrow is pointing to dictates where the team will be attacking. Like I said, let's say it lands on Nebraska, you go to the west, they'll get Wyoming for free. If it lands on Northwestern and they go to the west, they'll have to play Iowa. They will not, or the attacking team will be the road team. And since I don't have any way to record game footage of NCAA 14 or College Revamped, we will use this football game simulator. Unfortunately, the rosters are still not updated, but pretty much most of the rosters of the Big Ten are the same, besides a couple quarterback changes, which are Michigan's a good team as it is, even without Cade McNamara. I mean, Northwestern's was a bottom feeder last year. Not much is going to change. So we'll see what happens. Also, a little bit of a side note, the Maryland and Rutgers logos are a little bit pixelated when you zoom all the way in. I tried my best to fix that. I couldn't fix it. I don't know what happened. I did my best, but it was pixelated. I also put a black background on this map to make the colors pop out more so it's easier to see. But yeah, all this land is split based off of the geographical locations. The only thing could be interesting to some people is that UCLA is way north of where they're actually based at, and USC is pretty much right where they're based at. I did that because UCLA is technically north of USC, and I wanted to split up California into two instead of have Oregon have a lot of land, and I wanted to keep the state borders pretty clean to start. I'll erase each state border as land gets expanded. But yeah, so that is how Imperialism works. Let's get started. The first spin of the day. Let's get rid of the volume so that doesn't annoy everyone. is going to be the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. So Rutgers is going to be the first attacking team. Here's Rutgers right here. This red R. They're in New Jersey. Let's see where they will be attacking. Let's make sure we're recording. We are. They'll be going southwest, which we're going to get an immediate matchup right away. Rutgers against Maryland. Maryland controls this area, parts of this area. I gave them Rhode Island, and then I gave them parts of this land too. So Rutgers against Maryland to start our Imperialism series. So we will go here. Maryland will get the home team decision. Here's Maryland, and then Rutgers will get the road team. Really good simulation. Just unfortunately the rosters aren't updated. So we go home field advantage. We will not show play-by-play for now. We'll just do home. We'll just show this. Submit, and Rutgers does end up winning. So Rutgers was the attacking team. They will immediately gain some land, and Maryland will unfortunately lose out on their land after one spin. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the red, and we are going to fill in. Oh, that is not what you want to do. We will fill in. Okay, still not what you want to do. We will fill in. Don't know why it's doing this. Okay. All right, must be an issue with the border. So what we will do is we will just manually draw the land in. So hate it because this is how I butcher the border land. It might be because of the outline. There's a little bit of an outline, but that's okay. So there goes Maryland's land. So yeah, if you're the attacking team, the only way you can get land is if you win. Otherwise, nothing happens. Game kind of becomes a wash. And the defending team can kind of thank their lucky stars that they won. In this case, though, Maryland did end up losing, so they have been eliminated from Imperialism on the first spin of the video. And like I said, I'm going to do every single conference, regardless if they have new additions or not, and I'll just do every single conference in one video. So that's what I want to say. So Rutgers wins. Maryland will be off of the wheel. So we will find Maryland. They're down here. We will just backspace them again, and then they were gone. So let's spin this wheel again. Next team on to be attacking is going to be the Oregon Ducks. The UCLA Bruins. One of the new teams in the Big Ten. Here's their logo again, a little bit pixelated. Sorry about that. But let's see where they will be attacking. They will be going to the northwest. That is no team. Closest arrow is pointing will be Hawaii, so they will be capturing Hawaii. And that's a free bit of land to start your Imperialism go for. Not bad. So a good start for UCLA. Here is the full map. And we will just continue to spin. So no team gets eliminated. We'll just continue it. And we are going to be going to Iowa. Here's Iowa. They're pretty landlocked besides South Dakota and Missouri. So we will see if they have to attack someone. Which they're going northwest, which that is probably South Dakota. Yeah, that's South Dakota. So Iowa, they get lucky on their first spin, and they pick up their first bit of land. I made Iowa black because a lot of their logo is black. Made Wisconsin gray because the red was just not working out with the logo. And then same thing with Penn State, the blue and I don't want to have any team have white land, so it would be a little too blinding. So here's your updated map. Not much change besides Rutgers taking over. Next spin is going to be might be Iowa again, and it is Iowa. So we are basing the arrow off of the logos, so not the land. So if we are not basing it off of this land right here, if they do end up getting another northwest arrow, it will be depending on if it's on how far in the northwest it is. If it's the same direction arrow, we will probably just do Montana. If it's a little bit slightly less northwest, it'll probably either be Nebraska or Wyoming. But here we go. Next arrow spin is going to be pretty much east, and that is going to be Northwestern, my favorite team. Got destroyed in our first game of the season. Not surprised though. I don't know how many games we'll win, but I hope it's at least one. With all the stuff that happened, I just hope we can pick up a 1 or 2 wins and get ready for a long rebuild. And Northwestern wins, so nothing happens because the home team won. Iowa was the attacking team; they've lost, so nothing happens on the map. We just reset and we continue going on. I wished Northwestern was the attacking team so we could get some land, but unfortunately not. Looks like we're heading back out west to Oregon. If you don't know where Oregon is, right here, here's the logo. It says Oregon. Yeah. So here we go. Next spin of the video, the video is a northeast option, which that is going to be Idaho, which will completely landlock Washington in the mainland United States. In terms of, they could still pick up Alaska, but that is going to take. I forgot to eliminate. That's not what I want. Forgot to eliminate the border. Made this border. There we go. That way it's cleaner, and now we will eliminate this border. That way it looks a little bit cleaner. I'm trying to up my game in terms of how good my Imperialism maps look. There we go. There's Oregon's updated land. Iowa's updated land is right there. Again, and nothing much has changed. But we're just starting to get into Imperialism. So Oregon, again, only one elimination in the video. And we are going to southern Indiana. Indiana Hoosiers. Here's Indiana Hoosiers right here. Where will they be attacking? Straight north, they're facing off of their in-state rivals, Purdue Boilermakers. So it'll be Purdue against Indiana. Remember, if Indiana wins, then they get the land, and they don't. Purdue wins, so a wash, nothing happens. Map stays the same. Everything gets reset, and then bang, we continue on. I got this idea from Bordeaux. It is not an original idea. He is one of the best content creators in college football and with this Imperialism series, so all credit goes to him. Completely forgot to mention that in my intro, but the Iowa Hawkeyes, again, are getting an opportunity. Here's Iowa. Here's the Hawkeyes. I believe this is their third spin of the video, yeah. They're going southwest, which from the logo, that is going to be touching the Nebraska Cornhuskers land. So if Iowa beats Nebraska, then that is the second team down of Imperialism. And the first land gain for Iowa that they've had to win to get. And they do beat Nebraska, a low-scoring game, which is pretty expected with an Iowa Hawkeyes game. Congratulations to Iowa. And to Nebraska, unfortunately, you guys are done. There we go. There is a new addition, Iowa clean landmass. And we will be getting rid of Nebraska Cornhuskers off of the wheel. Just the second team to be eliminated. Next team is going to be we might be going out to the Buckeye State. No, we're staying in Indiana. We're going to Indiana. So here are the Hoosiers if you don't know where they're at. Here they are. They will be going to the Northwest, which that is barely touching. Looks like that's going to be Northwestern to the Northwest. Yeah, Northwestern to the Northwest. So Northwestern against Indiana. Northwestern getting another opportunity to defend their land. Again, I hope we win this thing, but if we don't win, I'm not surprised. And we win again, 20-7. So nothing happens. It's a wash. Reset. Let's go. Next team is going to be, looks like we're going to Wisconsin. We are Wisconsin Badgers. So Wisconsin is right here. They're the red logo. Their land really should be red, but it was giving me an issue with the logo. So here's their logo right here. Let's see where they will be attacking. Southwest, that is going to be Iowa. So this is a pretty big potential land shift. If Wisconsin wins, they gain all of Iowa's land. If they lose, nothing happens. So Iowa against Wisconsin. Couple of I teams, interesting. Iowa, here's Iowa, and then Wisconsin. All the way down to a lot of Wisconsin football teams. And Iowa does win, so Iowa stays off for the attack from Wisconsin, becomes a wash, and we will continue on the spinning. Next team is going to be, we might be going back to Wisconsin. We will be. So Wisconsin right here. They will be attacking to the southeast this time. So big bodies of water we don't cross, but this is a lake, and it's going to have to be crossed sooner than later. I will allow teams to cross lakes and oceans to get to Hawaii and Alaska in imperialism. So Wisconsin's going to be taking on Michigan. So Michigan's going to have to try and stave off an attack. And Wisconsin's going to try again, and they do win. Wow. Michigan State doesn't even get the chance to upset their in-state rivals. Wisconsin does it for them. Has to be lovely if you're must be lovely if you're a Michigan State fan. You don't even have to worry about doing it yourself, but there is your land change. Wisconsin wins, and they will eliminate Michigan from the wheel. Next team is going to be attacking. It looks like we're going out west again. Looks like it's going to be Washington for the first time. The landlocked Huskies. Now, if they get a Northwest area, that's going to give them Alaska for free, but they're going to have to attack out their way out of this situation. It is a Northwest arrow, so they will be getting Alaska for free. But eventually they will have to work their way out, venture off into mainland U.S. So Wisconsin has a lot more land. Becomes a wash, and we'll just continue on. Next team that is going to be attacking is it Ohio State? It looks like it is. It is. We're going to the Buckeye State the first time. Here's Ohio State. Again, a little bit of a pixelated logo. Apologies about that. They will be attacking to the northeast. Closest team to the northeast is Penn State. So Penn State against Ohio State. Battle of the States. Pretty big game battle. Penn State will be the home team, and Ohio State will be the away team. And if Ohio State wins, they gain Penn State's land, and they do by 5. Very, very low-scoring games, but that's kind of Big Ten football. It's more like Maction, in my opinion, but it works. There we go. And we will just get rid of the state borders here. Very clean elimination of the land borders. There we go. So the Ohio State owns a pretty good chunk of land, and Penn State is another team off of the wheel. We are down to 14 teams remaining. Next team is going to be, looks like it's Rutgers, and it is. So again, we're going to be basing arrow spins off of the logo, which is right here. Anything to the east, we're just going to respin, or if it's northeast, slightly northeast, or slightly southeast, we'll just consider the closest state to where they're at. So there's Rutgers. Here we go. They will be attacking to the northeast. We'll just give them New York just because they are in. That is a state to the northeast. Let's give them New York. We will eliminate this land border blocking. There we go. So we will just kind of wash, reset, and get ready. Next team on that's going to be attacking is we're going back out west to UCLA. The Bruins are over here. They already have Hawaii. The next team that they'll be attacking is to the south, and that is USC. A win for UCLA means that they will pick up a big win over in-state rivals and a pretty good chunk of land. Oh, USC's right in front of my face. And UCLA. There we go. Holy cow, USC. Ooh. Holy cow, UCLA. Ooh, they're not going to get that land for now. We'll just respin. Jeez. USC did not want to lose their land. And they're going to be up now. This will be pretty comedic if they're going north. Oh my gosh, they are. Well, we're going to have a rematch, and let's see if switching UCLA and USC changes the outcome of this game. This is a big game for UCLA, and they end up blowing USC out. So, UCLA stays off elimination, and we will just continue on. Next team that is going to be attacking next is going to be This is getting pretty funny. USC now. Or USC again. Where will they be going? Straight to the west, which is Hawaii, which means it is UCLA. Another rematch. The third straight game between these two teams. And USC does it. Wow. USC does win. They beat UCLA. Let me make sure that the wheel landed on USC. It did. Okay, I just wanted to double check. And that means that USC eliminates UCLA and gets land outside of the United States, or off the mainland United States. So congratulations to them. And they now own the entire state of California because of that, because of this win. So congratulations to USC. There we go. And we will slightly expand our logo. I sometimes do that. Do that to make them a little bit bigger. Kind of make them more normal size. There we go. There we go. So USC owns more land. They own the entire state of California. And that will remove UCLA from the list. So next team, we are down to the 13 teams left in the Big Ten. Next team that will be attacking looks like it might be Rutgers again, and it is. So Rutgers, if you don't know where they're at, they're over here. They kind of almost landlocked themselves, but they have plenty of land around them. And they're going to the southeast, which the closest state to them is going to be West Virginia. So we will just give them West Virginia. And again, I'm basing this on kind of what Bordeaux did during his series. So if you're thinking, why am I giving them West Virginia? I'm basing a lot of this stuff off of him. Again, it's not an original idea. All credit goes to him. And in creation of this idea, I just figured it would be a pretty good video to record, and I'm going to do this for every single conference there are with the new realignments. And it looks like we're going back to Jersey. Yes. So here's Rutgers again. They're kind of slowly building a little bit of an empire without having to attack besides one time. They're going to the Northwest, which that is going to be Ohio State. In my opinion, it's going to take a miracle to win, but if they knock out Ohio State, that's a huge upset of probably the best team in the Big Ten. This is a big game for Rutgers. They've already eliminated one team. Can they do it again? No, they can't. Ohio State with a dominating victory, so that just becomes a wash and a reset. Next team is going to be the Iowa Hawkeyes. So if you don't know where Iowa is, here they are. They've captured a couple states of land, including defeating Nebraska. So they have a lot more land to recover or to get without having to attack. They're going to the southwest, which from their logo, that is going to give them Kansas. So we'll just click on and fill the border. And we will manually get rid of the border right here. And there we go. And more expansion for the Hawkeyes. Next team to be attacking is going to be, for the first time, Minnesota, the Golden Gophers. Here's Minnesota. Quite a bit of land around them that they could potentially get here. Free land in North Dakota, but the rest of the land is not free. until they expand. They're going to the northeast. Closest area to them to the northeast is Wisconsin, so they'll be playing against Wisconsin. Wisconsin has had a couple time opportunities to expand a few spins ago, but they haven't been able to, and now they will have to defend from an expansion, an attack from Minnesota, and they do not. Minnesota creams Wisconsin, and that is the second team off of the wheel. And this is a team that captured land and defeated, not really an upset, but defeated Michigan. And Minnesota, they begin their start to Imperialism with a pretty good win and a pretty hefty size of land to start. They had to work to get this land, so congratulations to them. They expand, and that is another team off of the wheels. We're slowly making eliminations down to 12 now. Next team is going to be, looks like we're staying up north. We're going to Michigan now. Michigan State Spartans have half of their land. They gave them the neon green because that is alternate jersey lettering. They're going straight south, and that means Minnesota is going to have to defend the land that they just took immediately after winning it. So Minnesota's going to have a good game here. Otherwise, Michigan State will just take all their glory that they just got. And they do lose. Michigan State takes over the Minnesota Golden Gophers land. Apologies to the Minnesota fans, but it did not work out the way you wanted it to. Excuse me. Pretty nice land shift. You can get rid of this border now. There we go. So now Michigan State looks like they have owned the most land in the mainland U.S. And Minnesota, the Golden Gophers, are... Oops. There's a blank spot on there. It's just not showing up, so that is okay. We're going back to Michigan State. So Michigan State is going to get another chance to attack and expand their empire. They're going to the northwest, which closest state to the northwest is North Dakota. So North Dakota, free landmass for them, and free expansion after having to beat Minnesota. They will gladly take land for free and expand their empire. Michigan State probably a favor going into this, especially when they didn't have to deal with Michigan, and Ohio State is probably their next toughest enemy on remaining in the normal Big Ten. When you add on the other factors of other teams, that's going to be tough for them, especially Washington and USC. Indiana Hoosiers are next. Here's Indiana. I believe they've attacked Purdue and they have failed. And Purdue has attacked them and they have also failed. They're going to the southeast. That is a free state in Kentucky. So Indiana picks up a free. That is not what I want to do. Indiana picks up a free. No, not that. Indiana picks up a free state in Kentucky and means that they will expand and we will get rid of some land or state borders. There we go. Free land, and Indiana stays alive, and we will just continue to spin. Next team is going to... It's going to be Michigan State again. Michigan State up here, not Michigan Stain. We will spin the arrow to the southeast. That is going to be Ohio State. So Ohio State going up against Michigan State. This becomes a pretty big battle. So if Ohio State wins, then they will save themselves. If they lose, then they are eliminated, and Michigan State has defeated one of the best teams in the conference. They do not. Ohio State wins. That becomes just a wash, and we will continue going on. Next team is going to be, looks like it might be Purdue. It is Purdue. So Purdue is landlocked, so they cannot give any land for free for now. We will see who they will be attacking. They'll be going to the north, and that is going to be attacking Michigan State. So can Michigan State save off potential upset, or will Purdue pick up another big win against a ranked team, this time on the road? They do. Ooh, Michigan State unable to defeat Ohio State, and then they turn around and lose to Purdue, and they lose their massive landmass. Unfortunate. Now we have two black teams. I should phrase that better. Two black landmasses. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shade the color down. Okay, that might not work. No, it will work though. Once I adjust this border better. It should work. Nope. Okay. We'll on the fly. We'll on the fly edits here. There we go. There we go. There we go. So unfortunately, the border, I could just redraw on the state borders. I'm gonna make the state borders a little bit better. There we go. And there we go. That way, there is still some consistency with the borders. There we go. And then we will just get rid of Michigan State's logo. There we go. And we don't have to worry about color difference anymore because Penn State was eliminated. But Purdue wins and Michigan State loses, meaning that we are down to the final 10 teams. Next team that will be attacking is going to be looks like it's USC, and it is. Trojans have all of California and Hawaii. They will be attacking or receiving a stay for free. That is no team to the southwest, so we will just spin again to the northeast. That is going to be Las Vegas. That's going to be Nevada. I mean, Las Vegas is one of the bigger cities in Nevada, so. You also have Reno, Nevada, other cities, Nevada, but they continue their empire expansion. Really good, or quite a bit of land now. Looks a little bit weird, but they got quite a bit of land. Don't forget about Washington's ownage of Hawaii. Washington does own Hawaii. This becomes a wash and a reset, though. Next team to be attacking is going to be the Illinois Fighting Illini. First time we've spun the wheel and landed on Illinois. They are pretty much landlocked besides Missouri, so we will see if they will receive a state for free or if not. And they will not. They are going to the Northeast. That is going to be Indiana. So Indiana against Illinois. Battle of the Eyes. Can Illinois win? They do. They blow out Indiana, and Indiana will lose their territory. Only stuff that they gained was a free Kentucky state. There we go. And then part of the Illinois border will be gone in favor of an expanded Illinois squad. So Illinois moves on. They continue on. And Indiana unable to make it past the final 10 as they will be eliminated. We are now down to the final 9 teams. It's taken a while to get there, but we're almost done. Oregon is next. We've eliminated half of the teams. Oregon, not landlocked. They're landlocking Washington. You'll see who they can go after. And they are going to be going after Washington. That is the closest state. It eventually goes up to Alaska. So Oregon going up against Washington. This is a pretty big battle. If Washington loses, then Oregon eliminates a tough team, Michael Penix. And they gain a lot of land if they win. And they do blow out Washington and Oregon with a massive victory over the Huskies. Along with getting their land, they get Alaska, which is outside the mainland. Like that, they get rid of a pretty big border of land and they continue their expansion. So congrats to Oregon. Expansion continues. And Washington is down, and now we are down to the final 8 teams, the Elite 8 of the Big Ten teams for NCAA football. As the Hawkeyes are going to go after it again. They have gained a lot of land via free land plus 1 of Nebraska territory takeover. And they will be going to the Southeast. That is going to be Northwestern again. Northwestern beat them the last time they played. So can Northwestern stave off elimination and beat Iowa again? Not expecting to. But if we do, then that would be great. And we do lose. Another low-scoring game. The offense did not put up any points. And Iowa ends up winning and taking over their second state via elimination. And Northwestern is done. Which I hate saying that, but not surprised. Actually surprised we held them to 13. And there's your updated map after that. Every team on here that's left has expanded land, whether it's by free takeover or victory takeover. Every team has expanded. And actually, every team has expanded via both eliminating a team and taking over land. So that's great. Iowa wins, and Northwestern unfortunately finishes out in the Elite 8, and we're down to the final 7 Big Ten teams. And again, we're going until the entire map is filled, or until all the teams are eliminated. As Ohio State is next. here's Ohio State. Basically, what I mean is if Oregon is left, and Rutgers is left, and some of these states in the middle are not claimed, we will just do one battle between the two, and then just we won't delete all the state borders, but we'll just fill in the final victory. But Ohio State, next team, they are pretty landlocked. I don't think they have an opportunity to gain free land. They're not gaining free land anyways, as they're going to Purdue. They could have had West Virginia, but they're going to Purdue to face off the Boilermakers with an opportunity of expanding their land. And this is a pretty big game for Purdue. The big game for Imperialism as a whole. So one Ohio State win means that they are really expanded and continue their potential dominance, but they lose to Purdue, so that becomes a wash and nothing happens, and we will spin it again. Yeah, I plan to do this for every single conference, the ACC, the SEC. When you get to the Pac-12, since I believe there's only 2 teams from the Pac-12 now because of all the expansions, we will and add them into the Independence Conference. It's not Independence is not a conference, but we'll add them into the Independence video. As Purdue is up next, they are completely landlocked. They cannot gain land via Free State due to the Iowa shutout right here. So it all depends on who they play. They're going to the Southeast, which that is Ohio State. So Ohio State is going to get a chance to basically do the same thing, but Purdue are basically trying to defend their land as Purdue. Yeah. So this is the same exact team as this, except for Purdue is on the home team now, or away team now. And Ohio State does win, so that becomes another wash, and we do nothing. Next team is going to be, looks like we're going back out west. We're going to Oregon. Now there is one team that they could play against, and that is USC. And the arrow points them to the northwest. That is nobody, so we will just spin again. Pretty much straight east. That is going to give them Wyoming. So Wyoming is going to be Oregon's. There we go. And we will just eliminate in this border right here. There we go. So Oregon Oregon wins. Oregon gets free territory. Now it comes a wash and nothing happens, and we will continue again. Next team is going to be, looks like we're staying out west, and we will for USC. Again, not much. Or only one team that they could attack. So we will see where the arrow has them going. They're going to the northeast, which that is going to be Utah. So again, free land, free takeover, and another border removal. There we go. I also wish I had editing power. Sorry, guys. This is probably boring for a lot of you at this point in the video if you're still watching. But I don't have editing skills, and USC, again, is going to get another opportunity to either expand for free or have to go after Oregon. And they are going to be going after Oregon. This is a pretty big battle. A win against Oregon, that would be a huge win. USC is definitely going to have to have a great game and they don't win, it becomes a wash, and we will just continue. As Purdue is the next team. Purdue again, they cannot pick up that Montana for free because of the Hawkeye land blocking them. And once again, they will be going after Ohio State for the third time. Can they actually come up with a win? I highly doubt it. And yeah, it becomes a wash. Ohio State wins, and we will continue on. Next team is going to be the Fighting Illini. So Illinois picked up land via defeating Indiana. They have a few opportunities to pick up some land for free. They also have a couple teams up to the north and to the east, and they're going to the southeast. That is going to be a free Tennessee. Illinois continues their expansion, and they will continue south for free. I'll probably make this a little bigger. That way it's easier to... I reckon it picks up the borders. That way I don't have to really adjust this one. Yeah, there we go. So Illinois picks up some more land. It really becomes just a wash with an expansion of land, and we will continue. Yeah, wheel spin, and that's going to be Rutgers is the next team. So Rutgers is controlling this lighter red land right there. They will be going to the pretty much straight south, which closest state to the south is North Carolina. They will expand more. We will just get rid of the border. We'll just kind of manually fill in that blank area right there. So right there. There you go. A little bit of weird expansions, but that's bound to happen. Again, a wash, and we continue on. Next team is going to be the Fighting Illini. Yep, Illinois Fighting Illini. Opportunity to expand some more land. They will be trying to expand straight north, which is going to be the Hawkeyes. So Iowa, it's been a while since they've had to play, but they're going to get a chance. Battle of the Eyes again. And Illinois has a chance to expand and get quite a bit of land, and a 6-3 game. They don't, and we do not have a change in. That's peak Iowa football right there. As once again, Purdue is going to get an opportunity. Will they actually be able to defeat Ohio State this time if they all lands on them? And it's going to the northeast. Closest team it's going to be Ohio State. So, on fourth time against Ohio State. It's been close. But can Purdue actually do it this time? No, not even close. Wash and reset. Still 7 teams left. We made quite a bit of headway, but now we're slowing down again. And Ohio State is going to be the next team. So Ohio State is right here. Might as well just try and get West Virginia for free, and they will not. And okay, one of these two teams has to win. Ohio State has to win. Come on. Please. Ohio, please win. Sorry to my Purdue fans, but please win. Oh, jeez. Becomes a wash and a reset, and we will continue spinning. We've spun the wheel for 40 times. This is the 40th time we've spun the wheel, and we're going back out west to USC, who has only Oregon or Arizona that they can go after. And they're going up against Oregon. So Oregon against USC for potential more land. If USC wins, then they will control the West Coast. And they don't win for Oregon, and Washington reset. Yeah, looks like we're going to be staying with USC. Yep, USC. We're staying with USC. And that is going to be closest to Oregon, and we will just submit this again. And USC wins. So we get a new, finally have someone win a game, first of all. We have new land expansions. Unfortunately for Oregon, their run is done. And for USC, they will continue their expansion to the north. And now they will be getting free land from here on out for spins on them. Just depends on what the arrow has. Unless if it's lands on any west or pointing west, then we'll just spin again. There we go. For more free land for USC. And we will get rid of Oregon, and we're down to the final 6 teams remaining on the wheel. I don't know how long I've been recording, but it seems like it's been forever. As we're going to be staying with USC, so this is just going to be a free land spin. Wherever this lands, they'll be taken over. They cannot go southwest, so they'll just spin again. Slightly pointing to the northeast, so we're going to give them Montana. I mean, there's no dispute. It was slightly pointing to the northeast, and no point in trying to arguing that because they cannot attack anyone yet. They can be attacked, and since they've expanded now and are touching a couple teams, they now can attack with a spin to the north. And they've expanded their empire once more. Next spin is going to be on Purdue. I swear, if they play against Ohio State again, they will not. They're going to the south. It's going to be Iowa. Southwest? Yeah, it's going to be Iowa. So the Hawkeyes against Purdue. There's Iowa, and then we're going to Purdue. And Purdue wins. So Iowa is gone. Now we're starting to kick some steam again with these spins. Oh, jeez. It's going to do this again, isn't it? There we go. Finally. It finally works. It'll look a little bit weird, but that's how it's going to be. Actually, we're going to make them black because their team logo is technically black. I just didn't want to make it Same color as Iowa, so we're just going to make it like that. So, and then we will slightly expand our logo so it doesn't look too pixelated. Kind of makes it look worse. Looks decent. But yeah, we expanded our logo. We made the color black. So now it looks like part of the USA doesn't exist anymore, but that's how it is. And we will get rid of Iowa, and we are down to the final 5. It's taken a while, but we're down to the final 5. And we are going to be going back to Illinois, where the Fighting Illini will be taking on potentially no one, or Purdue or Ohio State or Rutgers. Southeast, that is going to be Rutgers. So Rutgers is going to, they have not had to play anyone in a while, but they're going to have a nice game and defend their land from the Fighting Illini. And they don't. 6-3 win. Another Big Ten game. I was wondering what was going on, but another peak Big Ten win. That means eliminating this border. And a little bit of weird land mass, but Illinois actually owns quite a bit of land now. And we are now down to the final 4 teams in Imperialism. It includes USC, Illinois, Purdue, and Ohio State. And we're going back to Purdue to probably play against Ohio State for the millionth time and watch them lose. Because they cannot pick up land for free. They're going to the Southwest. That is going to be Illinois. So Illinois is going to have to now defend the land that they just got from Rutgers against Purdue. But Purdue has not been the best at times at trying to take land besides Iowa's land. But they do win. They beat Illinois, and unfortunately for Illinois, their land is immediately gone that they just took. And more of the United States looks like they have been lost. So it's really tough to see, but that black border is still there. I think it's gone now, but Purdue is now done, Illinois is now done, and Purdue now once again owns a lot of the weird landmass. I might change it again. Oops. Okay, can't change it unless yeah. So it's gonna have to stay black. Which again is gonna make it look weird. But Illinois is off the wheel, and we're now down to the final 3 teams of Imperialism. And Ohio State is going to get an opportunity, which is right here. Will someone actually claim West Virginia? Nope, that's going to the Northeast. That is indeed Purdue. So will Purdue fend off this Ohio State attack and continue sorry. I'm tired. Sorry. Will Purdue fend off this Ohio State attack and continue their imperialism run? They will. So that becomes a wash and a reset, and we will continue going. And USC. So USC, they are touching some land, a lot of Purdue land. But it's going to take a precise arrow to have them play against Purdue, and you can't do anything with that. But you can pick up land with that, and you're going to pick up Arizona. So congratulations to USC. They pick up some more free land. And nothing happens because of a wash and a reset besides some more land adding. There we go. We will continue to spin. And the final game, the finale, will be a one-game only simulation. We'll put on play-by-play, so we'll kind of follow each possession, see how it turns out. So there is some suspense as Ohio State is the team again. Still waiting for that West Virginia State to get covered, but it's not going to get covered. It's going to be Purdue against Ohio State for the millionth time. Okay. Oh my gosh. Again, becomes a wash and a reset. And it is going to be Ohio State again. And again, it is going to be Purdue. And Purdue once again wins. So another wash and a reset. 50 spins. Now, the extra rule about you can only gain land when you're the attacking team is a difference, but yeah. Purdue is going to the southeast. What's new? That is Ohio State, so we're going to have to switch the teams. Luckily, they're next to each other on the alphabet, and oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a wash and a reset. Purdue again. Will they actually get a chance to claim land for free? No. They will not. And actually, that's pointing closer to USC, so we'll just have USC play against Purdue. I don't think USC is going to win or lose, but we'll just do it and get a new game in. And yeah, well, I did not expect that. Washington reset, and we will continue on. It's kind of an odd situation, as USC once again is getting an opportunity to expand for free. Again, to the northeast, that is Purdue's land, but it has to be precise northeast arrow. It has to be more northeast than just straight northeast. And that is northeast, so it is going to be Purdue against USC. You're going to have to switch it. I'm going to have to switch the teams. But this could be an opportunity for USC to make it a finale that was probably predictable between USC and Ohio State. And yeah, USC wins, so they will take over Purdue's land. Oh boy. I'm just going to lower that down. Okay. Of course, this thing wants to be upset at me. I don't understand why, but what's new? I'm going to have to manually fill at least a border First of all, let's get rid of this border right here. There we go, and then we'll just kind of outline this border to the best of our abilities. And there is no need to spin even more to figure out or to see how much land one team can take. Like I said, both teams might not have a half and half of the land. It's an interesting rule, but it's one that I follow. Yeah, congrats to USC, and Ohio State is going to be playing against USC. We'll do a spin. Whatever the wheel lands on, that team will be away, and the other team will be home. A one-game winner-take-all situation. Probably accidentally double-click. Yeah, that's why. There's that border happening right there. Once I'm done filling out this border, it should let me fill it in manually. I hope, otherwise this is going to be a pain in the butt. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. There we go. We'll just get rid of produce look right there. So the finale is going to be between Megalopolis and what do they call it, USC in terms of land against a small area of Ohio State. But we are now down to the final two. It is USC versus Ohio State. Probably predictable. But here we go. This spin dictates the home and away team, and the home team is going to be USC as Ohio State gets landed on. So Ohio State is going to have to go to USC. Now, since it's considered an alternate site because it is tournament or conference championship. There will be no home field advantage, but we will show it play-by-play. Okay, so first down. Looks like it's a touchdown for USC as Caleb Williams passes completed Travis Dye for a touchdown. Ohio State punts. And then another USC touchdown. 47-yard punt. So the first down was a massive run. So it's 14-0 USC immediately. Ohio State does not bounce back. USC misses a field goal at the 2-yard line, which is like a 17-yard field goal. Another punt. Back-to-back punts. And there is a touchdown for Ohio State. They make it 14-7. A long drive for USC ends in a field goal at 17-7. So that's another touchdown for Ohio State. Oops. There is a punt, no return, an interception, and USC capitalizes with a field goal, makes it 20-14. Ohio State responds right back with a field goal of their own, 20-17. There's a punt. A response is a touchdown for Ohio State, and they immediately take a 24-20 lead. A punt. Another punt. Another punt. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting right click. And a field goal for Ohio State makes it a 7-point lead now. A punt. Another punt. Another punt. A touchdown. That was probably a game. 34-20 Ohio State. And unfortunately, for some reason, they punted it on an opponent 38-yard line. USC did, and they never got the ball back, or they got the ball back too late after giving up a touchdown as it was. And Ohio State wins 34-20 in Imperialism. In the Big Ten Imperialism. I hope this entire thank you. Just changing a shade of red is how we end this one. And then we have to get rid of the USC logo. And then we will just fill in every single state without changing the borders. Because there's no need to. And there we go. We do have to make it official, though. We have to get rid of USC. And there we go. 54 spins of the wheel, and we finally finished off with Ohio State as winning the Big Ten Imperialism championship. Kind of a predictable result, but nonetheless, it was a fun ride. It was a long ride, but we eventually got there. And with that being said, next time we will probably be taking a look at either the Big 12, the ACC, another conference that had a lot of additions. But yeah, the winner of the Big Ten Imperialism. Big Ten Conference Imperialism episode is Ohio State. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day and peace.